Isekai.
The Rebirth of the Malicious Empress of Military Lineage. Chapter 31, Do Not Endure. Painting? Feng Anning stretched her neck, and when she saw the paper in Shen Miao's hand, she was also slightly stunned for a moment before saying, "Do you know how?" These were sincere words, as Shen Miao did not have any knowledge of the four scholarly arts. There should be an implicit charm in painting, which was needless to say if one cannot even paint. Seeing Shen Miao keeping her silence, Feng Anning also quietens down. It was most likely humans were strange. In the beginning, she found Shen Miao unpleasing to her eyes, but now when Shen Miao behaved indifferently to her, Feng Anning on the other hand felt more willing to talk to Shen Miao. She felt that the current Shen Miao had a special temperament, and could unconsciously attract others. As both of them were being silent, Shen Yu and Shen King walked over confidently before Shen Miao smiled. "What did the lot that fifth younger sister says? Let me take a look. Maybe, eldest sister, and I could come out with some ideas." Shen King nodded her head. "Yes, me and second younger sister have drawn poetry and painting respectively." "What is yours?" Shen Miao kept quiet, so Shen Yu smiled as she went forward to take the paper from her hands, and said as though she had no bad intentions, "Fifth younger sister must not be afraid, since there are still us, two sisters here. We would always look after you." Feng Anning snorted. Even though she previously also did not like Shen Miao, but she did not find Shen Yu and Shen King pleasing to her eyes. Her mother was a formidable person, and there were numerous younger sisters at home who had harbored any bad intentions or was calculative. She could all see it with one glance. What was the difference between Shen Yu and Shen King and the Shu sisters in her residence who want to contend for a favor? They wanted nothing more than to use Shen Miao's stupidity to elevate themselves only. Sure enough, when Shen Yu spoke those words, on the other side when Yi Peilan heard it, she started to laugh. "Shen Yu, why are you saying these things to her? Even if you came out with the best ideas, I fear that she would not be able to cope with it." "Exactly. It is better to let Shen Miao herself prepare." Zhang Zhejuan also laughed. Even though the surrounding Taitais and young ladies had heard such blatant sarcasm, they pretended not to hear. On the surface, they looked serious, but the corners of their lips hooked up. There were no other reasons other than Shen Miao making a fool of herself in the yearly academy examinations. Since ridiculing had become a habit, there was no difference at all, even though such ridiculing behavior should not appear in a noble young lady. "Don't say that about fifth younger sister," Shen Yu said disapprovingly. "Fifth younger sister is very hardworking." She opens up the paper, and made an "ah" sound before looking at Shen Miao in a joyous cry. "It's painting." "Fifth younger sister, you have chosen the same task as me." Feng Anning looked at Shen Yu apprehensively. It was just the same task. What was there to be joyous about? Shen Miao, however, was well aware. It was most likely that Shen Yu felt that with the comparison of her stupidity, she would be able to make herself more outstanding, and Fu Ziyu was present today. Thinking of Fu Ziyu, her eyes darken. "What does fifth younger sister plan to paint?" Shen King asked curiously. "Why not let second younger sister give 1 or 2 pointers?" The words were filled with good intentions, like an older sister protecting her younger sister. If one were to see such a vivid scene, they would only say that Shen King treated her younger cousins with utmost care. "Have I troubled both of you to worry?" Shen Miao said coldly. "However, this is the academy examinations, and it would be better to follow the rules, and regulations. Isn't it considered cheating if second elder sister were to help me? The two people who are involved in cheating would have to be eliminated from the academy examinations. Second elder sister would end up in such a position for me. When her lukewarm words were spoken, Shen Yu's face changed. Yes, such acts would be considered cheating, but previously everyone would only say that she was warm and kind, and, thus, nothing more would come to mind. Now after Shen Miao pointing it out specially, everyone's vision towards Shen Yu had changed. In the academy examinations, an additional person meant an additional opponent, and everyone wants to be the only one receiving the entire audience praise. Shen Yu had good relations with everyone in Guangwentang, but that did not mean that there was no one jealous of her. At present, these young ladies were all her opponents, and as Shen Yu would always win the first position during the academy examinations at the female side, there would be grievances. If they have anything to use against her to get her eliminated from the academy examinations, wouldn't there be one less competitor? All of the sudden those female students who were standing together with Shen Yu looked over covetously like a tiger watching its prey, and that includes Shen Yu's best friend Yi Pei Lan. Shen Yu shivered. She naturally knew the seriousness of it. Turning around, she however saw Shen Miao look at her with a smile, but not a smile, and with eyes full of ridicule. If she were to cower like that, it would only make the good intentions she just showed appear false, but, if she were to seize the opportunity, there was no guarantee that these students would not take the opportunity to ensure she was unable to participate in the examinations. Either way was also wrong. Shen Yu strongly tempered the resentment in her heart, and glared at Shen Miao before smiling reluctantly. Since fifth younger sister had said so, then I would not take initiative to say more. Let the matter drop then. Feng Anning could not help but laughed before she deliberately spoke loudly, and here I thought, how much love can she have for her younger sister? It was nothing more than that. Just a scare like that is considered as helping sincerely. In a short time, those young ladies' vision of Shen Yu became profound and thought-provoking. When Chen Rizayu heard the sound of activities at this side, she was somewhat nervous. Shen Yu was after all still young, and would not know how to cope with the situation at hand. At the same time, her heart was somewhat chilled. Shen Miao could use a few sentences and words to provoke others' emotions, and made the rest go along with her words. What a formidable mouth! But she cannot intervene in it, as these were the kids' issues, and if she as a mother intervened, then it would be detrimental. Ren Wanyan and Shen King were somewhat rejoicing in her misfortune, as they knew that if Shen Yu was too outstanding, it would only eclipse Shen King's glory. If Shen Yu did not do well, Shen family only had Shen King to prop them up. Shen Yu looks at Shen Miao. She thought, if this younger sister becomes smarter now, she would now speak to rescue her from the situation. After all, they were all sisters in the Shen residence, and what advantages would there be if it was spread that the few households in the Shen residence were not in harmony? Moreover, Shen Miao had always been favoring Shen Yu, and if she offends Shen Yu, Shen Miao would not have any more friends. But she waited for a long while, and did not hear Shen Miao's answer. Shen Yu could not help but say, fifth younger sister, second elder sister do not need to think about what to draw next? Shen Miao's voice was flat, as though there were no waves. As for my side, it is not needed. Seeing that Shen Miao had no intention to give her a way out of this, and looking around at the slight ridicule look from the surrounding young ladies, for the first time Shen Yu could almost not control herself, and wanted to slap Shen Miao. She reluctantly suppressed her emotions, and said with her teeth clenched, It seems that fifth younger sister had already thought it out well. In that case, we will be able to see how fifth younger sister will be able to perform outstandingly. It must be fantastic. Shen Yu said the words outstandingly as she clenches her teeth. After finishing her words, she brushed her sleeves away, and turned around to leave angrily. Shen Qing quickly followed along. Feng and Ning looked at Shen Miao, and asked, although it felt very refreshing, why do you not give yourself a route to retreat? When the time comes for you to go up, she would seize the opportunity to severely ridicule you. I don't like enduring. Shen Miao looks at the chess game in front. Don't endure. Don't look back. Don't be soft-hearted. Don't endure. Must kill. She picks up a chess piece, and places it on the chessboard.